The night rises over 5 banners high. After a conversation with Professor Opal as she cleaned a ruined tub, received a dagger that might free several geists from a prison. 4 of our brave roses made their way to the library, to keys in hand after stealing and having some gifted to them in order to go into the Forbidden Archives, that it would take a key-bearing member of each house to fully access. Outside of there, the first spy that our characters had encountered way back in the first session turned to be a bit more than they had first suspected, indicating that they were here to stop them and had given themselves over to the power of the Yellow Rose. And as they did, had spread some wicked spores over Ace, seemingly turning them. And far off, Kelly is facing a potential fate, having already been informed that upon sunrise, the blood would be spilled. A likely beheading to quell the rage of the houses and to put things at an end. Professor Opal looks out, thinking of where Kelly is, and can just see evidence of magic and combat coming from the stained glass windows of the library tower. She gazes upon the dagger. Without looking, you can see her thumb tracing certain details in it, as if they had done so thousands of times. They let out a sigh. Why do they always have to fight for the best? Why does it always have to heal so much? People are fine. with the life they are given. Why do they need to try to work outside the system every time? As the night gets a bit dimmer, she sees her reflection a bit in the silver water she has poured. Sees the moon still has time to rise. Well, even if they perish, at least we'll take care of this issue. Adeptly, she sheaths the knife, almost reflects on an afterthought. She climbs down the stairs. Elsewhere, we see the hanging mycelia of the strain of this now empowered Fungrel. You can see the cap and the gills underneath, frills underneath, spread out, and they seem poised to stop you from entering this place. The party has the spotlight.
Okay, so how's Ace technically, like, is the spores that got onto him, or is like there's tendrils of the mycelium connected to him?
I think this was spores, so I don't.
Okay.
I think we determined that we had said the last session, I believe, that you all probably don't know.
Okay, gotcha. Well then, with that information, we do see the yellow hunger on him, though, right? On the mushroom.
Yes.
Okay, so Liz is going to try to use one of her favors here, as she is going to recall back to being in class back in the day in the Blue Rose, and dealing with if there was ever a time of when they mentioned running into the yellow hunger and it infecting you, what is a way to possibly fight it off. So she's recalling memories of her past when they're
we need to work with that a little, because one thing we established is you all learned about the yellow hunger after the incident.
Then I will say when I was in Green Void.
Okay.
And I was facing it and first witnessed my friends dying and had to experience myself gaining that information from that world and seeing it at its base form and defeating it there. She's going to ask Matt as she turns kind of towards the camera and goes, "This can't be happening right now. Not when we need Kelly. I need you to help us. Please, I'm begging you."
All right. So I think I will go ahead and do a knowledge roll.
Okay. So that is going to be 21 with hope.
All right. 21 with hope. I would say I think I'm filling in gaps for lies that you probably should, by the way my brain just went. But I would say with this, it would be something kind of shocking that would elicit a at least positive or generally seen as positive emotion, akin to like love or affection or passion. And with that knowledge, or you will be able to do this action now, if you want to do it.
Yes, because I turned to the group and go, "We have 1 moment for this. I have 5 hope. I have a tag team belt that says I can spend it to make a triple action tag team." And Liz looks to Peridot and Nayland and goes, "We can't let this happen. We can't. We have to use love, Blue Rose, what we're made for. It's correcting wrongs, doing the right thing." And I was spending all my 5 hope to initiate a 3-person tag team.
Peridot's definitely gonna be rolling up her sleeve. She's like, "Well, I sure as heck am not letting this stuff get into Ace's brain."
Nayland is game to try, but she looks at you both like she's at a loss for how to make Ace feel a positive emotion.
So we could do something if you're all open to it. I think since Nayland has a little bit spent the most time, I think, with Ace. It could be Peridot. If we want to do a flashback, as much of maybe a stress to what that moment was, and Ace can describe maybe when you guys were there and saw it.
Well, I do have an alternative idea, but it was not going to be the same tone, so I wanted to give Liz and Peridot a chance to make their moves first, so I didn't ruin the moment.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
For Liz's move, the only thing she knows really much about Ace that she's seen is the one time she witnessed when she saw another version of Ace, a little evil boy, come out. And so her idea, because is not to damage him right now, is to terrify this little boy that's still in him. She knows, to get him to release that, like, hold on him, to allow that love to be able to come into him.
You also know Ace's name. You're the only person you ever told.
Who'd you tell?
Lies. I just wanted to remind her of that, or Josh of that.
Can you remind me of your name?
Theodore.
Theodore. Yes, I think that's what she would say, probably, is she would say, "Theodore, you, right now, stop misbehaving and go to your room and stay there. This is no longer your place." She is going to try to terrify her.
Okay. Well, we're tag teaming, right?
Yep. So I hope you guys rolled better than me. I got 18 with fear.
Peridot is thinking back on how Ace cornered Talarian and made him and his cronies like back off, and like even though Ace is like has been like going through some stuff, has been kind of like edgy and abrasive and stuff, like deep inside, like he cares about us, cares about what we're doing, and right now he's brainwashed, and she's going to burn out these roses from the roots. So she's gonna be using her magic rings to create arcane fire.
All right. And then Nayland.
Racking her mind she briefly considers if she would spend her whole action trying to give Ace a hug. And then is like, "No, don't be an idiot." And she pulls out the yellow seed from the yellow passion love world from Roseverse that she got from Raslin. and attempts to affect Ace with passion and love.
All right. Eldritch, I think you know what you're rolling for your abilities. This seems a presence roll for Naylin.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
For my weapon attack, I got an 18 with hope.
Okay, we're making... Okay. Presence. One of my class thingies lets me use a d20 for hope when I'm doing a tag team.
Nice.
An 11 with hope.
I think we'll go with Peridot's 18 with hope.
Yeah, so 18 with hope for the crew, which is the exact difficulty.
Ah, we did it!
Okay, I want to know if I can use this and pretend to not be taken over, or not be like freed.
Oh, smart.
Oh. Okay, so you want to
And Ace is gonna try to he's gonna use minor illusion to make it seem like he's casting magic, and say "Don't move," making it seem like he's trying to shadow bind everyone else.
Very cool. What effect do you want that to have upon the enemy?
I want them to drop their guard.
Okay, I like that.
I want to try to get some information out of them if I think I'm under mind control.
You got it. So give me a... So this would be presence.
Okay.
Basically, our great tag team failed, and he's gonna villain monologue.
All right, I got a 10 with hope, so that is not. Or no, sorry, with fear. That is not good.
Done with fear. Okay.
And that did not use. Oh wait, that used one of my experiences. I did use it, so I will re-roll that. Use it taking a stress.
Nice.
I'm using my experience as a con artist. I got the exact same roll.
Ooh, okay. So we will see how this progresses. Incidentally, it was just really funny over here because I believe my dog heard your dogs over the headphones and responded. So, with that, so occurring here, you all reach out. You're trying to burn the root, so I'm going to give you a damage roll, Molly.
Okay.
I'll let you throw a little bit of power here.
That will be 29 magical damage.
Ooh. That is a major. Interesting. And these were your rings, actually?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to let you have the roll because of the way we did this. However, you notice that it seems that the magic here is entirely negated by the physiology of this thing. So it ends up not doing damage. As you all push together and yelling out, wanting them so horribly, you do see lies pop out, and this creature noticed them. So, incidentally, this will give you all the clue during this that these spores that seem to be all around, that this seems to be negating magical effects. So any attack that deals magic damage or creates a magical effect here will automatically fail. And with that, it will take its turn. And okay. I see. Sorry, I was double checking this ability. Perfect. Sorry for that delay. Oh, all right. The mycelia burst out towards you, Lies, for taking Ace away from them for a natural 20.
Yep.
And with that, as they wrap around and push into you, you are vulnerable and restrained.
I cannot be yelled at for giving him coffee. He asked for it.
As they kind of slightly root into your legs, and consuming some of the dead flesh as food for its fungal form. And you're vulnerable and restrained until you mark 2 stress. You so desire. You tell me. And then it's going to keep the spotlight here. And turn its form over towards Naylin. Naylin, that's a 14.
Miss.
All right. How do you get out of the way of this, like, kind of whirlwind of spores?
Pirouetting.
Then strands of mycelia then go towards Peridot for only a 4.
Peridot hits the deck.
Nice. And with that, I'll pass the spotlight back to the party.
Naylin would like to see, I know we're in the library. She's looking around for windows or the doors or something, and she's looking to see if those little motes of yellow energy are coming in here to go to our mycelium friend.
Okay.
I could say her thought is if they were, her plan would be to try and block it to make him less powerful.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I would say they seem to be coming from above in the darkness, down, empowering them. Something from there they seem to be drawing power from.
Ugh. Okay. I shout that out to my friends. I say, the ceiling in the darkness, it's pulling those motes.
Then I would like to use my arcane magic to light up the area up in the darkness.
Nice. Is there a roll for that?
I was just gonna kind of do like.
Won't that fail? Can't we not have any magical effect?
Correct. Actually, yes, you can't do your magic.
Then could I reach into my nomadic pack and pull out a flashlight?
Indeed. So I think Naylin, we didn't get a roll for you yet, so we need an action order to occur. So I guess go ahead and give me a knowledge. I thought you were trying to do something, so I guess go ahead and give me like a knowledge roll.
I mean, I was. I just couldn't formulate my response after the new stimuli. I can. I'll throw a knife up there if you want me to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the things is the roars are supposed to end in action whenever you kind of take that spotlight.
Yeah.
or
Okay.
function. So
She flings a knife in there. 15 with hope.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly, they batted away with mycelia as spores kind of charge and try to spurt directly towards you, Naylin.
Oh, lovely.
Was a fail. Only an 11.
Nice. No, it does not hit.
Okay. When instead of like miss or not hit, we want to describe how you get out of the way or how you block it or whatever you do.
She had thrown her, knowing that magical effects aren't working, her normal dagger is magical. So she kept that in her hand, had tossed her secondary weapon, which would have done physical damage, but she has her dagger here in her hand. So she fends off this attack with her main-handed weapon.
Nice. Let's see. And I think what we see is Peridot fumbling for something in her bag, and everyone realizing that magic in this highly magical party is having a problem as we flash to Kelly sitting in a cell. Kelly, you can feel there's dampness here. Some of it comes from the wooden bench that you're sitting on. And you can hear every once in a while, the slight movements and echoes that come down the hallway. As well as a bit of air exchange temperature that lets you know there are doors that are being opened not too far away, down a hallway or so, that take the inside and outside air exchange. So as you sit here, there is someone else close by. I will give you that scene.
Okay. So she's been sitting there for a bit. The first part of it was more difficult, as when the doors closed, there was silence for a while, and she doesn't know where her friends are. She doesn't understand where she's at anymore. She's completely disoriented, and she doesn't understand why her friends haven't broken her out. And she's certain, though, there must be a reason. Maybe they're being held somewhere. So as soon as she starts to hear the faint breathing of a nearby humanoid, she will kind of move her head slightly in that direction. And she says, "Hello."
All right. Who is this humanoid?
Well, this is interesting for me because my character is blind, but I'm going to give them a name. I'm going to say their name is Edward with a Y. And she hears, like, it sounds very heavy-footed. So as she's listening, it sounds like this person is dressed in some form of armor, and therefore is more than likely someone working for the jail, or maybe a guard who has been assigned to make sure she doesn't do anything. But beyond that, she doesn't know what they are. And because there's a bit of tension there, and my character doesn't really know who they are. And I kind of like that for this moment, since it's really only through Kelly's eyes that we are seeing the scene.
Hmm.
I'm Kelly. Can you at least grunt or just let me know that I'm not going crazy, that you're there?
Where do you feel like they are? In with you or outside?
I feel like this is an individual who has, I'm going to say outside. I'm going to say they're outside, actually. At first, maybe she thought they were inside because she heard the breathing, but maybe whoever it was looking into this cell of a cage wherever she's at. And she really only has the bench and the hard floors to judge where she's at. I assume she might have some type of bindings on her still to keep her from trying to escape, but she doesn't have a clear picture of the room itself, other than maybe I would say there's probably no windows. She can definitely deduce that because she doesn't hear wind, she doesn't smell fresh air. It's very dank in here, and it just has a very gloomy feel to it. Like it's very warm in here and kind of wet. And it makes her feel like she's probably in some horrible dungeon just being kept there. And her mind kind of takes her back in time to playing Mario Brothers and how the princess is always in another castle and she has no idea if her friends are even looking for her. So I think that's her understanding of where she's at right now. And as she kind of shifts her weight, she definitely notices the bench is not metal. It's probably some type of wood.
Mm-hmm.
She'll try to stand up and move closer toward where she heard the breathing.
Aren't you perceptive?
I have to be. Listen, I realize that you're probably one of the guards here, and obviously I'm not going to do anything. I just wanted to know I wasn't down here all alone.
No. My eyes are on you to keep you for dawn.
Right, when they're going to kill me, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a nice show.
Do you like watching people be put to death?
Not in particular, but when it's somebody who's responsible for the death of my sister, there's going to be a good amount of satisfaction.
Well, I hope that my death brings you some sense of comfort, even though I'm not the one. If I was, I would confess. But, I mean, look at me. Do I seem like the type of person who is able to pull any of this off? I mean, you...
I'm usually pretty good at hiding my presence, so...
Well,
you were able to sense me. Lets me
yeah.
know that you shouldn't be underestimated.
No, that's smart. But here's my question for you. If your sister is someone who died, surely you've looked into this matter already. You must have found clues about who it was, and I'm guessing that some of those clues aren't adding up with it being me. And I'm more than happy to help because, hey, I'm going to be dead soon, and that killer is still going to be out there. So if I can use my life for anything, maybe I can use it to help you find some sense of justice. Because although you might think you're going to get it tomorrow, it's not going to be long before whoever this is strikes again. And I don't want me or anything like that on your conscience, so let me help you. Let's talk through the evidence.
All right, go ahead and give me a presence roll.
All right. She is going to. Let's see. I'm going to use. Oh crap! No, I can't use that. That's not a good one for this. Yeah, I'm not going to use that because that doesn't make any sense. Instead, I will. Now, interestingly, I do wonder if I could use privilege for this. That's such a weird sentence. But her highborn gives her like a feature called privilege,
Okay.
which gives her advantage on rolls to consort with nobles, negotiate prices, or leverage her position to get what she wants. Even though her position right now is rather lowly, she does come from nobility, and if this person is a guard of some sort, if their sister died, chances are they might buy into this. I'll kind of let you decide if I can use that or not. I feel like I possibly could because of the leveraging your position, reputation rather.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work out.
All right. So I'm going to do my presence, and I will add my advantage. Okay. That's 15 with fear. Rolled real low on the hope on that one.
Yeah. I think. There's this moment where you can feel him grab something out of a bucket, or maybe something from his satchel, and throw it at you through the bars. For let's see. So I've had this up. I apologize. I'm gonna grab this. Sorry, load this real quick. Here we go. And perfect. All right, so this will be a crit.
Ooh. That's unfortunate.
And they throw it, and you see some of it seems to like stick, mostly just because you have wet skin and it's like dry and sticks to your legs and the floor. And then you can hear what sounds like maybe 50 to 100 little pats of feet and squeaks as you feel furry tiny clawed creatures crawling up your legs to eat what has been thrown at you.
This is horrific. My
Yeah.
God.
And this will be a 3 stress.
Oh gosh. Okay.
As you laugh.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Because you're full of it. That was a fairy with fear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry if obviously I'm desperate. I'm all alone. I don't have anybody. My family's disowned me. I wish I was the monster you think I was. I don't. She wants to kind of change her strategy now. She wants to
Sure.
she wants to try to make him think that she is nothing but a insignificant, helpless young girl who still is the scapegoat, but not in the I'm a detective kind of way, more in the I just hate she's trying to convey fear right now, absolute fear, even though she's mostly just really upset and really just kind of at her wit's end. She's still trying to manipulate them using some emotion here.
Yeah, I like that. Go ahead and give me another presence.
Okay, this time I'm going to, because I'm trying to manipulate them, I want to use my Mean Girl experience.
Okay.
And on top of that, I'm going to use another hope to give myself advantage because of my Death Deceiver quality. So let's try this time. 1, 2. Okay. This one is a 22, but with fear.
Okay. I think with this kind of, and he'll, you kind of hear his body press against the bars. A blade at his side clinks, and there's like a stretching of cloth. He seems to be looking at you, laughing. I think he's moments just studying you, and I think he's convinced that you aren't anything, that, maybe you're helpless. And he's probably moved his thought to more like a pawn than a scapegoat. Like, he still thinks you're responsible.
Cool.
But he's also, but so for the purposes of this, he will be vulnerable to whatever you do next.
Okay.
So you will have an automatic advantage.
Awesome.
Because he doesn't really regard you as a threat.
Okay. So now what Kelly wants to try to do is she's kind of trying to slink closer to the wall, like she's forcing tears out, and she's going to start saying things like, please don't hurt me, please. She's trying to lure him to open that door so that she can maybe fight him, because her tactics aren't working here, and she wants him to feel like, I'm gonna go beat this girl up or whatever, and then maybe surprise hit him.
Gotcha.
So that might be another presence, I would assume, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think would you be comfortable with a finesse?
I'll do, yeah, sure.
Because I'm wondering, it's up to you, if we make this a little because he's off guard and you might be able to stand up, grab the key, and let yourself out.
Yeah, okay.
If that's kind of what more we're going for. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, I have no negative modifier to finesse, so that's a good.
I mean, if you'd rather do that, I'm just trying to. I'm
going to do it because that sounds like where the scene's going at this point, based on the rolls. So, yeah, she's totally fine with that.
Cool. Would you have that advantage because they're vulnerable?
All right. So let's see what happens this time. Got my advantage on. No more hope, unfortunately, but that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna roll it out. That's 20 with fear. I keep rolling fear, but high numbers.
Yeah, that is a success with fear.
Good.
And All right, so you're able to stand up quickly, feeling where the key is as you get up, pleading. As he's laughing, you quickly snap it off in a fluid a movement. You'd counted the bars 1, 2, 3, and measured a thumb width from the edge of the last bar to the keyhole, so you know where to put it in, and you turn, and it is open. And with he's going to draw his blade at this, and with fury, he'll go ahead and take it
Sure.
for a 21.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
All right, that is a 13
Okay.
physical damage. So you hear the unsheathing of the blade, and you kind of are waiting for a whoosh, but you realize the deftness he has with the blade. Instead of hearing, you just feel the puncture below your ribs and the warm spread of blood around. You do have armor, whatever, if you want to do any, process it how you want.
Yeah, all my armor slots are gone, but I'm taking the 1 HP of damage that caused. All right. All Kelly wants to do at this point is try to lock him in there. And so would that... So she's got the door open. He's took his swing. She wants to kind of do this so that she can almost reverse their positions so she can lock him in there.
Okay.
So
grab and move.
yeah. Would that be like a weapon attack with my cane, or would that be more of a finesse roll to try to...
Finesse or agility?
Okay.
I'm sorry, strength or agility is what it would be.
Yeah, we'll do agility.
You got it. So I think this is going to be... Actually, I know how to roll this. Make the roll. Yep.
Okay. All right. 21 with hope.
Very good. So quickly, you feel yourself able with the cheerleading to push them, switch their places. And then I will allow you to mark a stress to close the door.
Awesome. And before I take off, I do tell them, I know you have no reason to believe me, but I'm telling you the truth. I intend to find out who's behind this and bring them to justice. I'm really sorry that it didn't work out and we couldn't work together, but I'm still going to try to help avenge your sister, the same as everyone else who died. And she's going to try to use her cane to get out of here.
Yeah. All right. As we see the slam of the door and the cane, we hear kind of moves to the shuffling of bookshelves as people hit the deck and dodge, and the party has a spotlight back at the library.
I don't think we ever got this scene with Peridot turning on the light yet.
Peridot pulls out the flashlight from her bag, aims it up at the ceiling in the darkness, and turns it on.
All right, Peridot, give me an instinct roll.
It's a 12 with hope.
Okay. You go, the light kind of tries to move that direction. You see, I'm sorry, my brain and for some other things. What was this individual's name again? Ace?
Eric.
Eric?
Eric.
It's Eric.
Eric.
Oh my gosh, it's
Yes.
actually in my notes, and I'm an idiot. It's right in my notes for the session. And I just did not.
It's okay, because last session I forgot it too for like 5 minutes.
Literally, I have 3 sentences from the start of this session that I wrote last week. It's right there. And so Eric swings, this time lowering himself slightly as he bats the flashlight out as it rolls on the ground. And with that, I think kind of splays their hands out towards Peridot here for a 22.
Uh-huh.
All right. What's that? All right. Roll. Oh, interesting. As they do, you see more of this growth go right towards the sides of your face, piercing the glamour and kind of trying to change the almost your very makeup. You can feel it growing into, and it kind of disconnects and then starts working its way through your wooden body. And right now, you cannot act except to flee the battle or try to recover your wits, which would be an insight roll. That's the only action you may take. And additionally, whenever I spend fear before you fix this, you will mark a stress. Which the first fear I will spend in that manner is right now to highlight this creature again, so mark a stress.
Is that everybody?
This is just Peridot.
Okay.
As will now move attention back on Lies here. For a dirty 20.
Yep.
All right. With this, two different colors, purple and red spores come off, and they mix right around your body, and as they touch each other, they ignite in flames. And this is going to be direct damage, magical. Just means you cannot spend armor to reduce. For a total of 10 direct magic.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. This should be a little higher than that. 18 direct magic. All right. And with that, we'll have the spelllight at the party. And let's actually go ahead and take our break, and then we'll come back to that.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty, we are back. I believe I should have left with party spotlight, right?
Sorry, what was that? I missed the last part.
I was saying that we left with the party having the spotlight.
Yes.
I would like to try to use my insight to not be in this situation.
You want to use your what?
My instinct to not
Oh.
be in this situation.
Okay, so what's really yeah, give me an instinct roll.
It's an 18, but it's with fear.
Okay. That will let you get out of it. And it is going to go ahead and with that, yeah, it's going to go ahead and look at you in particular, and I actually want to do it this way. It scans the room, and you all realize in this moment that it is looking for who it thinks it's trying to look like who they think is going to be the strongest, the one that needs to be taken out now. Is there any of you that steps up so that it targets you?
Yeah, because Ace wants to go and stab him anyways, so.
You're like, yeah, I like, come get me.
Yes.
Let's go.
And Ace is confused why he's in the white robes.
Also, yeah, Nayland did just hit him with a bunch of passion, so I feel like this fits well.
I love it. And let's see, that is a 6. As 3 mycelium wrap around each other, get very bright, and look like they get like sharp points at the end of them and move like a spear that could take out your entire body. So the 6, what happens?
Ace kind of like just drops to the ground and just kind of starts beginning like sprawls out on the ground and just like crawls for a bit before rolling out of the way for the other 2.
Nice.
And getting back up, and yeah.
I love it. And then it sounds like Ace wants the spotlight.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to jump at Eric and stab him in the head. Well, going. I honestly would have joined you guys if you just had asked nicely. Oh right, I have to do a roll. I don't know why my brain shut off there for a second. I got an 8 with fear. That was awful.
All right. As you try to stab in the head, with that, he rises the mycelia up, pushing you back, making the spear again, trying to go for a desperate move. For 18.
That'll definitely hit me.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna try to parry some of the damage.
All right, 1 second. All right. Are you trying? You're gonna try to take some of the damage you said?
I'm gonna try to parry it. So any 5s that you roll don't count towards the total.
If only there were dice involved in this particular one.
Damn.
All right. So this ability now is piercing through, and you feel the pull of the hunger that's trying to eat away at your very essence, everything that makes you you. The way this attack works is this marks all of your HP for hitting you. However, you can reduce it by spending a hope. Every hope spent reduces it by 1. So this is kind of this mental attack that's eating away, bringing up everything you don't like about yourself, trying to get you focused solely on that and using that to devour you.
Yeah, I'm giving up both my hope to not die.
How much hope?
2.
2 hope. So how much HP does that totally mark?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So it marks 6. So you had 8 HP?
Yeah, I was full.
Nice. So as what I think of this moment, there's a flash and we see kind of either memories or emotions or whatever you call on the physical manifestation of hope. And I think this is one of the first times you, if you're good with this, Ace, feel the power of the blue rose, call on the pure essence of hope. And you feel that real connection, being able to call upon it. What do you think this takes?
Honestly, it's probably the diner where he met everyone from Monster of the Week.
So in this moment, there's this blue outline of a diner instead of the library. And we see Kelly and Eleanor and I forgot what this character's name was. And so you just see this weird diner of these strange people. And that's you with the plates, right?
Yeah.
In a sense, as that absorbs some of this damage, and we still see a rather gaping hole in Ace as the party has a spotlight.
I'm thinking about switching sides again.
Peridot's gonna kind of crawl on over to you and be like, "Come on, Hayes, we're not that bad, right?" And she's gonna heal you. And you're going to clear 2 hit points.
This helps, but this is like the 3rd hole I've gotten in myself since we've been here. I don't think humans are supposed to have this many holes in their body.
Is Peridot healing magic?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh.
I
It
believe, right?
is.
Yeah. and
Gosh,
remember magic
Josh!
doesn't work. I'm sorry, but it has to be
My
honest.
God!
No, it's true.
No, thank you. So this is what I'll give you, Peridot, since you're trying to make this move. I'll give you the information that this effect is within close range. So if you want to do this, you're going to have to get yourself and Ace out of close range.
Okay.
And this will be for the party. So if you guys want to take that, so maybe with that information, should we cut back to Kelly while you process the new info?
Could I drag him out of kind of into the bookshelves?
So to drag him this way, I would need an agility to make that happen.
Okay. 25 with hope.
Ooh, okay. There we go. So I love this for a healing hero too. You push them through the bookshelves, back where it hasn't quite gotten, as you're now far away, and are able to jolt the magic into their body.
We still have the spotlight.
Indeed.
Nayland would like to. It's been a bit since she's made a move. I think she's taken stock of the situation and realized that we're in a library. So I think she had disappeared for a few moments, and now with her action would reemerge from somewhere in the stacks. And I think she is going to come out reading from a book of poetry, hoping to evoke a sense of hope that might weaken this foe here.
Okay. So are you trying to what are you trying to fight against? You're trying to like weaken the power of like the hunger to be here?
Right, correct.
So hope is a thing that comes from humanoids. Who are you trying to evoke that hope from?
I guess maybe whoever is listening. So it could be this fungal that they're using as a tool in this moment, maybe trying to, or maybe my allies that are here with me being able to listen to me sort of orate this book of poetry that hopefully my good instincts have allowed me to pick a very hopeful and inspiring
I was
body
going
of
to
work.
say is pick the target, either your party or them, and then tell me about. I mean, I'm not going to make up a poem, but about the as close as you can of this poem that you think inspires that audience.
Okie dokie. I am targeting the fungal, and it is a poem about this sense of loneliness and isolation that would make one wish to lay down and become swallowed by the earth. But through this, becoming swallowed by the earth instead makes them one with everything. They are connected. They are the earth. There's no difference between me and the birds in the sky. We are all animals existing in this space together, and we are all part of the collective that turns everything.
I love it. I'll allow presence with advantage.
Okay. Can I spend a
You
whole...
said you wanted instinct because it was your instinct to pick the right one, right? You particularly trying to do that makes more sense to me. I'll let you do it. You can have instinct if you want,
Okay.
or not. What would you like? Maybe I was trying to.
Well, I mean, of course I would like instinct, but I don't want to... I'm not arguing for it.
No, I know, but you've been like, okay, what is this? And you're trying to go by your primal idea of what might work. So I'm good with instinct, yeah.
May I spend a hope and add empath?
Mm-hmm.
21 with fear.
Okay. 21 with fear. Let's. Okay. I think then what does occur? Let's see how this goes. Okay. So is you begin to read, and you can for a moment like see a blue flash, and kind of this hatred in the eyes turns lucid for a moment, and they look confused. At the same point, this the yellow spores surround you for an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And with that, you fear yourself falling asleep.
Ooh.
This would be an instinct roll to wake up. It would take an action roll, or if someone essentially hits you, causing you to mark an HP, or they instinct to roll to wake you up. But the effect of this, though, is that for a little bit, they are paused in this moment too. It's like this double hypnosis sleep, like so everyone else kind of sees them kind of slump it down to they aren't able to move right now. They're waiting for a failure with fear, and Naylin is caught in their spores.
Hmm.
I think right here, we'd like to go with Kelly. And so, what is Jackie's and Kelly's desire here?
All right. Well, Kelly. So I think her instinct is to try and get out of this place because she's going to die if she stays. She might die if she tries to leave, but at least she has a sporting chance. So when she gets to a place where as she's kind of making her way, I feel like she is going to stop for a moment and try to think of a place that she feels safe. A place far from here, but within the school. So she starts to kind of, in her mind, dance between the ideas that are all over the place, but there's one person who she knows can help her, and that would be Carolus. So she is going to try to hone all of her thoughts on Carolus, how Carolus feels when she hugs her, what Carolus sounds like when she speaks, what the sound of her breathing is like now that she's more hyper aware of these types of things. And she wants to try to cast her arcane door to portal herself to the last place that she saw Carolus, which I believe would have been the room.
Ha! You did it! Sorry.
What?
You always yell at us for saying saw, and I just had a lot of fun. That's all.
Oh.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, last time you remember being with Carolus, which I do believe was the detention room.
Yeah, so she has to get her spellcast roll to do this. So it's a 13 she has to roll for this to work. Let's see here. Right, I'm going to roll. Ooh, it's a 20 with fear, but it passes. So the portal opens because she's spending a hope. And as soon as she steps through this portal that she feels kind of surrounding her, she's kind of like stepping, almost like she's stepping outside. It's like this portal has this wind attached to it. So she steps through it and then hears like everything about the environment she was in is now totally different as she has stepped through. And she waits for a second to see if she hears anyone. And then we'll just whisper, Carolus? Carolus, are you there?
Indeed. You... Here we go. You whisper that, and you just hear this kind of whisper that you can't make any of the words. And then your fingers land upon a hard wooden log. You feel the bark. But there's branches? No. They have hairs on them. Roots that seem to extend from it.
Okay. Kelly is going to. Does Kelly hear anyone else in the room other than? I mean, obviously, she doesn't hear anybody at the moment. So I think what she'll do is she's going to lean down and, with her hand on the log, whisper closer to the log. Careless, are you there? Mr. Log, can you help me find Careless?
You say that, and the roots that your hands touch kind of twitch. And you realize they're not going down, they're going up.
As if it's like grown in wherever I'm at. Like if I like reach my hand up and touch, does it feel like there's branches?
Not
extending?
branches, you kind of touch, and then as you follow the roots up, you feel Careless's face. And they've grown into it.
Careless.
You realize you're touching where they've come into the temple.
Okay. All right. She is going to use. She's actually going to use her rally. Well, actually, before she uses that, the first thing she's going to do is she wants to give Careless hope, and she can actually do this as she can do this as a token system. So she's going to give Careless a hope, and she's going to clear a stress if one is available. If not, that's okay. And she's also going to give a hit point. So this, like, it consumes all these tokens that she has each day. And then she is going to say, Careless, if you can hear me, please don't just come back wherever you are, please. And she's going to use her rally dice, which, as a reminder, would give Careless a D8 that she can use either to clear stress, to reduce a damage roll, to do a reaction roll, or to do an action roll.
That gives Careless this ability.
Yes, I'm giving it to Careless because Kelly is freaked out right now and is worried that Careless is dying.
Yeah. You do this. And at once the mouth opens and it opens so suddenly that I think your fingers just go barely into it, just enough to feel roots on the inside. And there's this voice that at once is, you feel the roots scratching upon Careless's form, ticking and vibrating vocal cords using her. It's Careless's voice, but odd. This one looked too deep for the one she loves, the Kelly
Can you bring her back?
The raw energy you've put forth to her is helping, and you can see it seems like the roots are spreading where you put out this power, these words, and it's trying to draw energy from it. Try, and there's this moment, and the eyes go wide. Yellow rose, drinking in the dark. Touch her once and leave your mark. Eyes that look will never see. Only the blind can know what she'll be. And and there's other words, and you feel her vibrating, and there's a sense that she has touched knowledge, trying to help you. And you can roll to bring her out now, or you can play it a little risky and roll to get more of what she was trying to find.
No, fuck the knowledge. I'm gonna call it favor.
Love it. I think. Give me your spellcast roll.
Okay. I think it's okay. So I roll. I'm just trying to remember how I roll a spell cast. I think it's on here. Yeah, +4. Okay. Oh, but the good news is I also have a rally from that thing I did, so I can also use one. I'm going to roll, and then I'll let you know as soon as I have my total. Oh, looks good. Oh, yes. So that is a 21 with hope.
Okay. With that, you focus all of your will into helping her recover. And you see the now not see, I'm sorry. You feel around her head where it's as if pieces of her skull had protruded out from the inside. And then as you feel the roots, you're realizing they've been trying to piece her together. They've been trying to rescue her. And as you redirect with your own will and heart away from seeking the knowledge, it seems to galvanize the roots to one purpose, where it was divided as if they were trying to save her, but she wanted to know. Do you want something?
No. I was just following you. I was like, yeah,
Okay.
that's her.
Cool. But now kind of retaken over, they piece her, and the here is rough. Like, she needs to take some time to heal, but and you feel them begin to recede as she starts to cough, and her body wanting to relax and go into unconsciousness.
Yeah. I think Kelly just kind of holds her, hugs her, and she's going to also make her way toward one of the beds so that she can get her to lie down and just kind of dote over her. You know, she's going to keep her hand in her hand so she feels if she needs anything. And that's kind of where she's devoting her time to, as she just starts to remember the first time she met Carolus and saving her, and just all the different things that have happened since then, as this is just as much one of her family as the rest of the Blue Rose.
She grabs you, as this happens, like she's fighting against sleep. She goes, no, Kelly. I could see what we need.
We need you, Careless.
The log sees as though a bit of old Careless was back, but she's losing it again as she says, the log. I know the logs. The log says she hides behind beauty. The blind would know her touch, but not her face. She falls to sleep.
And Kelly just hopes her friends make it back soon because she doesn't know where they are. And I think Kelly right now is thinking, if they don't come back soon, I got to get Careless and I got to get the hell out of here. Because she knows neither one of them is going to survive long out here.
Okay. And I think what I will say is I think there is this moment you feel the log vibrate under your touch still as you have her, and you get a flash of the scene from your friends and know what's been happening.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
Okay. Oh, okay. I do have another hope, but I don't think I can open another portal. What I'm going to do.
Probably can with the stress.
That's true. I think she's, because she knows they all need to get together, and she knows they're under attack, and she knows that she can't leave Careless for too long, and so she'll just whisper to Careless, I'm going to be right back. I'm getting the others, and we're going to get out of here. And because as far as she knows, like, that's the plan. So yeah, she'll spend a stress to try and get an opportunity to roll another portal.
Let's go.
Alrighty. Let's see what happens. Oh, yes, it did succeed, but with fear. It was a 14 with fear. I needed to roll a 13. So I will use my last hope to open the portal. And yeah, I'm going to step through it.
Okay. So stepping through, you can see Lies kind of facing off. Nayland has fallen asleep. You can see this, like you hear back in the stacks the sound of flesh repairing from Ace, the little hum that goes through Peridot's hand as magic flows through it. As you step into the space, you can feel where the strange spores that won't let magic happen. You can hear the strange being that's now also kind of asleep, except as you come in, there's this electrifying energy that it seems to suddenly move. Whatever rest it was given it's coming out of. They spend that fear that was given to wake it up. And the rest of you who are awake and such can perceive and understand Kelly is there. And there's this strange sound, like this dragging on the floor. And with a little bit of force, not enough to do any damage, you feel something rectangular hit you in the foot, Kelly.
Okay.
With that, we are in spotlight in the scene with Eric having regained their wits.
Guys, we got to get to our foreign exchange student friend because she is not doing well.
We need to not die to this first.
Okay.
Peridot's going to pull out her non-magical daggers.
We're far enough that we can cast magic now, though.
Yeah, but wouldn't it just not work?
Yeah,
when
it wouldn't
you
work
get
as soon as
into
it came
area?
anywhere near. Yeah.
I see. That makes sense.
Incidentally, I do have to give you. Everyone is going to have the spotlight, but I'll give you this a second to think about it, Kelly, because you would recognize this pretty quickly.
Okay.
You hear the nervous tapping of your librarian friend's fingers coming from the ceiling above you.
Shoot.
But we're supposed to give time to think, and we'll give everyone else what we're doing. You got non-magical daggers, Peridot?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So if you said that there was like something connecting Eric to the ceiling, right?
Yeah, their mycelia was kind of coming down and holding.
Yeah,
them aloft.
so
yeah.
I'm envisioning it as like kind of like these like very paper thin kind of like I guess the only way I could think of it is like if you looked at a brain or like nerves, it looks like that, like a nerve web, but like they're paper thin and it's connected with like this weird root system kind of thing. That's what I'm envisioning. Am I correct in that?
Yeah.
So Peridot's going to basically scurry up a bookshelf and launch herself towards it and try and sever the connection with her non-magical daggers because magic isn't working.
Okay. So she gets up on the bookcase. Oh yeah, so we need another agility roll because you had moved to be far, and now you're trying to get back into melee. So we will need agility for this.
That's a 21 with hope.
Nice. So flying. Whee! Give me the attack roll.
So because I have 2 daggers and they're a paired weapon, I can attack with both of them at the same time.
Nice.
So that's a 15 with hope.
15 with hope. Unfortunately, they look last moment. They lift themselves up. Eric comes to you and just grabs you by the throat.
But then the second attack is
do
an
another
18
attack.
with hope.
18.
Does that work?
So that still counts as a okay. So I think we have to do this. They're going to do their attack,
Okay.
which is a 1. So they start to reach out, and part of this attack can be to push them out and to get this in. 18 does hit.
Okay. It does 12 damage.
Ooh.
Physical damage.
Okay, that is minor on the 1 HP as you start to cut into it. First marked HP on the creature as this adversary as they and so I think some of the strands seem to be cut here. And I took the spotlight to the spotlight, so this is on y'all.
And you said I hear Grindel on the ceiling?
Mhm.
Okay. And Nalen's asleep, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And could I I have a weird ability that allows me to help either help an ally or to allow them to find a mundane object or tool they need. Could I help or have found something to wake Nalen up with?
Okay, and that's a
It's a once per
resource that's
session
fun. Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, say what it is. Let's go.
All right. It is a really nasty smelling sock. And
You're disgusting.
and so Kelly, having smelt it, grabs it
Don't.
and she tosses it toward where the vision had told her where Nalen's face might be to awaken her. It just
Nayland,
picture
you wake
a
up.
smelly, moist sock.
No.
In these moments of being on the ground before Nayland wakes up, could Nayland try to take an action?
What are you thinking? Because technically it would be like you don't get to do action, but I mean, depends on what.
Well, so Nayland asleep. Now there's no precedent for this, right? This is just sheer force of will. Nayland wants to see if in her sleep she can connect with the other person who's unconscious that she knows, which is Goose.
Okay, interesting. All right.
Stop dreaming about my brother, Nayland.
Yeah, I think this is a high degree of fair, and fair means a lot. So, give me. This would be knowledge, or do you have spellcast? Well, yeah, it would be knowledge because I think this is just pure like psychic power that isn't magic because you'd be within the thing. So we're kind of stretching a bit. So I'll give you knowledge, and I need a 22.
Okay. Now, you have said yourself this is a high degree of failure. Would you allow me to apply my experience? Say I can't and I will.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely. Spending a hope. Say I can and I will. Now, 19. With hope, but 19.
Okay, so that is a fail. As you so from your perspective, like you're just dreaming, and I think you do have a weird will because you have elves, so this actually does make a little sense. And where we played Nayland before, as you're trying to do something, you're knowing that something's keeping you like this. As you're reaching out, it's as if you're like, wait, there's the hospital door, and then smelly sock, and a bladed mycelia coming towards your neck.
My neck?
Yes.
Okay.
Or almost a natural 20, but instead of 12.
Yes, that misses. Nayland sits up, hacking and heaving at this nasty sock, and the bladed mycelia just misses. Where her head used to be, it boing into the ground.
All right, and they're gonna. What it looks like is Eric breathes in, and they get this slight yellow, soft glow, as though they had used much of their powers and now have recharged them. They spend 3 fear. And you have the spotlight, team.
I'd like to help the team. This is not like a roll or anything, but it's one of my things that I can do. So as Nayland wakes up, you can hear Kelly saying, "Okay, our foreign exchange student friend was in a really bad way. Cannot probably stick around these parts too long. Grindel, I know you're out there and we need your help. And I'm going to give my allies, there you have the ability to now clear 2 of their stress as I try to rouse us up. This is not rally, by the way. This is a different thing. This is a once per long rest type thing. To clear 2 stress from all allies who can hear me. Actually, they don't even have to hear me. They just have to be within far range. So I just kind of say, we really need to get together. We need to get the team together. The team is not doing well. Come on. Go team, go.
All right. In that case, I'm going to, after that, grab the spotlight using some fear. And at Callie, the mycelia go for 15.
That hits.
All right. So everyone do mark that, because that did work. So that works. Let's do that. All right. Yeah. You say that, and then this material hit you right in the stomach. You feel this so hard in the ribs. 10 physical damage, and tosses you behind the book stacks, far away.
Okay.
Clarifying question to Kelly's action. Was
Yeah.
Kelly directing that at Grindel, like Grindel was an ally as well?
In her mind, he is. So yeah, I guess so.
Okay, cool. Interesting. I was just curious if that did anything wonky pooky while he's up in the... Okay, sorry. I was just clarifying for myself.
If he's feeling stressed, then yeah, he can mark 2, even if he's a bad guy, because I would see him as an ally.
Yeah, what I am going to say is... What's that? It's usually Mark 2, right?
Clear 2 stress.
Clear 2. Perfect. So you do see there's like this... Among these yellow motes, Nayland, you've particularly been noticing these. And because being thrown right after anyway. So you're watching this, and you see from above they get these blue sparks around them for a moment, and Eric like convulses for a second, and that is going to drain some of the energy they just recovered. So it looks like a lot of magic power was just drained right out of them by what Kelly did to inspire Grindel.
Nice.
Oh, spotlight back.
Nayland immediately jumps on, yelling that out. It's Grindel! Grindel, he must be here! Grindel!
Peridot, kind of like being held by her neck, is like, Ace! The flashlight!
I'll try to shine the flashlight.
Okay. Let me... Yeah, I think I will need instinct.
$19 with fear.
Okay. Mark the fear. Okay. The light goes up now way high, and you can see that the mycelia have pushed the form of Grendel against the ceiling and are wrapped around him. And you see what you can recognize as illusions that seem to be 3 of them, all of Kelly talking to him, that seem to be driving him into this thing of hopelessness and terror.
That's
So
so
he's being
funny.
tortured by endless questioning of Kelly.
God.
Poor guy.
And that's it. And you see then the yellow motes of light coming down here. And I would say with fear, Ace, you look up and you see, I'll put the countdown actually here. That he has 4 action rolls from not being able to be recovered and go into this a permanent state.
Anybody's action rolls or the enemy's action rolls?
The party's action roll specifically.
Oh,
Got it.
shoot.
Actually, to be a little bit fair, let me go ahead and do 5. That way everyone could do one if they wanted to. It's a little bit better. And also, I'm just noticing Eliza's not done something recently, so I just want to highlight.
Yeah, I was
Great
gonna be
state.
like, Lies! We should use a tag team!
Lies technically is focused on something else. She would look to you and say, I would, but I can't. We have no magic. And she is going to spend the 2 stress. She needs to be able to clear the vulnerability, restrained. And she is going to try to find the door that we came here for.
Oh, it's right in front of you.
Then she is going to use the keys to unlock the door as an action.
So all the keys have to be turned at the same time.
Okay.
That is like what the fiction we had worked on. Keep in mind, Grindel is not close to Eric.
Ooh. The magic, though. Yeah.
So, and it only doesn't work when you're close to Eric.
But how far would he be then if we had to move far away from Eric? How far
Still
would
be
Grindel
far
be?
because he's just above. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you have some room here. Like, so the light has illuminated more possibilities on what you can do.
So it's like there's a bubble around Eric that negates magic, but that bubble does not extend up to where Grindel is.
I will make an agility roll to move, I suppose. That is a 9 with fear.
Okay. So all what you did, Eric does not have access to his magic right now, so he does another recovery. So Bladed Mycelia sweep towards Lies for 14.
Hits.
No.
All right. In that case, that is 14 physical. You're spending 8 armors. Tell me how they absorb the Bladed Mycelia.
She takes a hit.
Takes
It
it.
cuts into her.
Yep, they just did that. And let's spend a fear and throw one towards Ace. 17.
Yep.
6 physical.
All right. That'll be health. Actually, I use an armor to make it not a health.
Very nice. Then I'll pass that spotlight.
I would like to spend the hope to initiate a tag team with Naylin because I know she has her daggers, at least, that are non-magical, to see if we can free Grindel up above.
I am
Okay.
game to do this. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, go ahead. So you guys two are tag teaming?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have the hope to spend, so.
Let's do it.
May I? Is there a way, as we're tag teaming? So Nayland has from her ancestry, this like starlight step alternative, which is basically like a big jump, and I can jump anywhere within close range, as though it was using normal movement. Can I
Nice.
pick up Peridot and try to jump us somewhere close to the ceiling, like up the wall and hang off of something on the wall?
So, I'm trying to think of this because Peridot's kind of like above you. You're on the ground. When you would grab Peridot, you'd still be close to Eric. And that ability is obviously magical.
My ability?
Yeah, Starlight Step.
Well, I'm calling it, flavoring it Starlight Step,
Oh,
but it's
sure.
actually just a jump. I'm able to leap.
Oh, you're a
anywhere.
jump. Okay, sorry. I apologize. Yeah, let's do it. And so you're able to draw on kind of like more just, I think you're weakening the planar walls. So it's a strange like will thing. Your ancestry, you know how to make use of space. And you two now are in the air right next to Eric.
Clarifying, are we able to use magical things?
Yes, right now.
Excellent. Great. All right. Does that change anything for you, Peridot? I mean, I'm still here tag teaming with you.
Definitely does. I mean,
Okay.
my magical glowing rings do a lot more damage than my daggers.
Correct. Mine as well. Nayland looks at you and nods, and then lunges forward with her magical dagger.
All right. Both of you can make those attacks.
"20 with hope."
An 8 with hope.
20 with hope's going to hit. So each of you mark that hope.
Beautiful. I'm going to mark a stress to gain an additional proficiency for this attack.
Nice.
23 magical damage.
32 magical damage.
23 plus 32 is 45. All right, that will do severe.
He will additionally mark a stress.
He's stressed out, so that'll be another HP.
I will be ready to go when it's open again. I know exactly what to do here.
Cool. All right, so as you strike this, your blades and magic pour in. I was looking for severe to release Eric, and you got it. As that part of the mycelial release, you're able to grab them. What do y'all want to do? Are we falling?
I'm happy to fall. I will clutch Peridot and shield her from the fall.
Okay, I think grabbing probably Grindel and Peridot, and the floor would do an attack of a 16.
That hits me.
Okay, and so that is 4 bludgeoning or 4 physical.
Okay, Nayland, the wind is knocked out of her and she takes the HP.
Nice. As we're down. Okay, so as they hit the floor, Kelly, you can go.
All right. Kelly wants to use Troublemaker, which is essentially a way to try and deplete stress. So now that Eric is released, this other thing that had him is still there, just not connected to
Grendel
him.
was released just for.
Oh, I thought you said Eric. So Grendel
Grendel
is
released.
released.
Eric is the bad guy.
Eric is the bad guy. Perfect. So I'm going to focus this on Eric. So I'm rolling to roll my spell casting. And that is a crit. 28. I don't think it does anything with a crit here. Yeah, I rolled 2 12s. Okay, so it says roll a number of d4s equal to your proficiency, and the target must. Okay, so would I just double what I roll as far as trying to get a high number? It's only going to take one of the d4s, just so you know, but I have to roll like 3d4, and whichever one's the highest is how much stress they mark. So would I double it since it was a crit on this roll?
Yeah, I would say what you do is the number of stress you roll will be the higher. The number of stress we decide to take will be. Yeah, it really actually this actually doesn't even matter.
Okay,
because they're going to take 1 HP.
Okay, so
because if they're stressed out, and no matter how much stress you make them mark, I will honor the crit and make them mark 2 HP.
Okay, so yeah, I rolled the d4s, but it doesn't matter. But it was a 4, which means if they had 4 stress, they would have to mark it. So in this case, they'll mark their HP.
Yeah. So you can. How do you feel like this works?
So I hear Grendel get released, and I think I also heard the way they were torturing him, and so I just kind of stand up after having had rats thrown at me and all these other nasty things, saving my dear friend Carolus. I'm just so fed up, and I look at Eric, or not look at him, but I look in his direction, and I just say, "Do you want to know what it's like to be tortured by me? Fine." And I just start grilling him with my voice, just constantly trying to use as much 80s slang as I can to stress him the hell out as he tries to make heads or tails of what I'm saying.
I love it. Very cool. Now, just for fairness, Jack, I want to make sure the stuff that you're getting isn't part of your spell casting, is it?
Part of my spell casting?
Because bards do get spell casting, right?
Yes, they do.
But you're not using spell casting traits, are you?
Let me see. This is how would I know? It says an ability above it. Does it say somewhere if it's
sure it would.
If it was a spell, it would say spell above it.
It doesn't say spell, but I did have to roll presence to figure out, since that is my spell casting modifier. So I don't know.
As long as it doesn't say spell, I wanted to double check, just to be fair to the everyone who has to work with spells and things.
Okay,
cool. Then this happens as it goes, and you actually see like different pieces, like different things of like the strange clear liquid starts to like spurt out of them as they are taking this. Is the screeching of Kelly's voice calls them physical damage.
Oh, I should have named this character Karen.
I believe spotlight still the parties.
Elias is going to remember that she has a revolver. She's not good with it. She'll try.
That's so funny. Just pulls out a gun.
I'm using one of my hope for experience. I'm fine in this. So that is going to be an 18 with hope.
That hits.
Okay. That is going to be 16 physical damage as I go kapow!
16. All right, that is minor. Now you can tell they're very weakened, very hit. And that was with hope, right?
Yep.
Nice.
When you roll crit, does that give you 1 hope back or 2?
One hope and you clear stress.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna go try to stab him again. I have no other moves I can do.
All right, running up, going to the stab.
All right. I got a 19 with hope.
That'll do it.
Yes. 15 physical damage, or yeah, physical.
Okay, again, stabbing in. Ugh, you got still with hope, so still spotlight. No.
Nayland wants to. Nayland looks over at Kelly and says, "Kelly, here." And Kelly will hear dragging across the floor as Nayland slides her the knife that you had given Nayland.
Oh. Wow. Okay. I think Kelly's going to take this knife. Ooh. After what Carolus said, now she's... Damn. No. And so she's going to take this knife in her hand, and she's going to say, "I'm sorry." And she's going to try to lunge for Eric's eyes.
I'm going to use the hope I just got to give you an assist. And I go, Kelly, we might be able to see each other again.
All right. I do need an agility because you were knocked far away.
That's true. I'm gonna let the dice decide what happens here. So it said agility. Okay. I'm gonna use. I'll use my cheerleading to give me a +2 on this roll. I don't think I have anything else to add. And what did Lai say?
You get an advantage.
Advantage. Okay.
Yeah. So you can choose to use it for this or for your actual attack.
Yeah.
She's going to use it for this because she doesn't know if she's going to make it to them. All right, so I'm going to roll it. We'll see what happens. 28 with hope happens.
Describe how cheerleader Kelly gets there.
So upon touching the knife, there's this moment where she wonders if she should do this because of what Carolus said. And she wants to help, but then she realizes too that she is actually willing to do this. And so she starts to run, and then she flips out of instinct, and she's just kind of, her feet just pow, 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 pow. And as she runs and runs and runs and does a forward flip with extending out the knife as she heads toward them.
All right, now you make your attack.
All right, so this is a knife attack with, so I guess that's like a small dagger attack. All right.
Yeah.
Nothing to add to this roll, so this will be fun.
Can
Actually-
Nayland... Oh, go ahead. You do it.
You hear Peridot in the background going, "You got this, Kelly," and you feel it's not really, it doesn't say magic. It's like paradise.
Listen,
It doesn't say magic.
prayer dice is a magical effect.
Okay, never mind.
It was a worthy shot.
I will, however, allow, since they're in a weakened state and you've cut off Grinda, who is powering, I will accept 2 stress to be able to use it in spite of this.
I have enough stress. I am now full on stress, but I got it.
Oh no.
Okay, so yes, take the prayer dice.
You get a +4.
+4, okay. Well, that's better than a +0 to my finesse roll. So
Can Naylan yell out, "Don't hesitate"? And can I spend a hope to help?
Yeah.
Now, Jackie,
What's up?
because Naylan's helping you, if you want to spend the hope, you can spend a hope to add one of my experiences, which would be a +2 for Swiss Army knife.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I think that Kelly remembers upon hearing Naylan's voice when maybe there was a moment when they were using daggers and she was learning from Naylan how to do fancy tricks with them and how to swing them because, yeah, I think she's been low-key expecting for an opportunity like this, and she was almost going to do it to her own brother. And then from Peridot, she hears her voice and she thinks about how she'll be hopefully able to aid the team even more if she is successful here. So she will feel that. That's a +6, I think, to this attack. If
Yes.
I did that correct. Okay.
With an advantage die as well.
With an advantage dice. Okay. I'm going to see what happens.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 with fear.
It's 18, so good job.
Woo!
So with all that, I'm like, this is still going to be kind of a hard roll. Very cool. Yeah. As you plunge the dagger in and use it, you feel the power. And Kelly has a chance here to take this back, but they don't have to. But as well as you know, you do have the option. Because as you go, you realize one, this is going to render them unconscious and not kill them. So they will be blind after this. And in addition, with the eyes you're going to be taking here, their life force that's going to keep them fresh is linked to Eric. So
Oh,
if you would
sure.
die, the eyes would rot. That is why this would immediately stabilize and preserve them. They won't be able to continue fighting or anything like that. You will have won the day still against Eric. But that is the way this magic works.
So if she takes the vision, she can't kill Eric.
She can, but the eyes would rot. Just like his corpse.
Okay. And realizing that this, I think Kelly is so deflated. Damn it, she says. And she has to withdraw. And she won't take them.
Instead, opting to kill Eric. Because you still hit, you still have the damage. He has 1 HP left.
Well, it's weird because, like, she knows that if Eric ever dies, her vision's gone again, right? Like,
I'm gonna.
say if
so-
Eric walks away and then 3 days later gets killed, then she's lost her vision, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But Eric's probably gonna try to stay alive. But yeah, it just depends.
And in this moment, does Kelly feel like there are any other options available to her at all? Can her brain, using what she knows of...
I mean, I don't have an option in my head for you, but if you kind of like, is there this thing? I'm saying is the way kind of explain how she's understanding the knife is allowing her to get how the magic works.
Yeah.
These are designed to wear someone's eyes as your own, and therefore, you would have the sight as long as they're alive, and you'd have their eyes as long as they were alive, and then they would begin to decay. Possibly not immediately, but pretty soon after the person's death.
Can I ask for clarification? Does the knife, is it one use only, or can it be used to wear someone else's eyes
It could
later?
be used multiple times. It very much would love this.
Gotcha.
So you get kind of...
Okay.
It was given to you by these kind of wizards that like to see you down a
Yeah.
certain path. So you get kind of what they're trying, it's this kind of temptational thing. Once you do it once, and all those types of things. Or like
Okay.
if you're
Okay.
or
I'm
you can
gonna-
decide to use it as a dagger and kill her. So sorry, go ahead.
Makes sense. Okay, I think with all that in mind, I just had to think about how the character would approach this problem at this point in their journey, and I think based on the way this just happened, with her whole team in her corner, she knows that they want this for her too, and they know that she does not feel as useful in her current state, and it's been bothering her, and she in this moment kind of sees herself. She sees her old self like judging her and just saying things in her head like, what's the matter with you? Just do it already. And she's kind of leaning into that as she realizes that she is stronger than any curse or magic, and that maybe this is just the way her life has to be now. So she takes their vision.
Okay.
And she will grab them by the collar, lean them up, and say, today you lost, and tomorrow you'll lose, and you'll just keep losing. I'll know the day that you die, and that means the day that you were not as strong as me. So, I'm going to leave you here now to wallow in your own self-pity. As her vision starts to return to her, and she immediately would put on her sunglasses because it's going to be very bright, and she just kind of steps away and holsters the dagger by her side.
Absolutely. So in this moment, you carve out their eyes and put them in. And Jackie, I'm going to let you determine what that looks like going forward with her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I think there should be some idea of where they came from, but they don't have to be, can determine how you'd like that to be. Because it's the fungus sensors. And I know, that might not be the funnest thing to walk around with kids, Kelly. So, but if there's a hint of that or something like that, would be cool. You take that, put them in, let them drop. And Nayland, Let's see here. I think Ace, actually. I'm going to Ace here. Ace, you feel Careless's hand on your pant leg, like tugging.
Oh god.
And she's like, you can see scratches in the floor like she's drug herself over to you because she couldn't walk. Holding the log. Sight is her snare. The blind walk free. And we will end for tonight.